on the corner of 25 West Main Street in downtown Vermilion. The spot, Winnie Mae's, is proud to support programming on Coyote News. The spot, Winnie Mae's, providing salon and spa services for men, women, and children.
Coming up on Coyote News, we tell you how Vermilion schools prepare for security threats.
Plus, we show you how families in Vermilion can come together for a meal. Coyote News starts right now.
Live from the Al Newharth Media Center, this is Coyote News.
Hello, I'm Cassidy Cornell.
And I'm Nathan Finster. We'll get to those stories and more, but first...
Authorities have revealed that Kevin Neal was banned from having guns after stabbing a neighbor earlier this year. Neal went on a shooting rampage in Northern California yesterday and fatally shot his wife. Neal reportedly hid his wife's body under a floor in his home. The discovery of her body brought the death toll to 6, including Neal. House Democrats introduced articles of impeachment following President Trump today, but they acknowledge that they have no chance of success since the Republican Party controls both houses of Congress. Steve Cohen, a representative from Tennessee, introduced 5 articles of impeachment. Wonder Woman star Gal Gadot says Brett Ratner won't be working on the movie sequel. Gadot appeared on the Today Show to respond to a story that says she was refusing to reprise her role as Wonder Woman in the sequel, unless Ratner was fired from the franchise. Ratner had already been separated from the franchise before that story was released. This comes after the director was repeatedly accused over the past weeks of sexual assault. And those are your headlines. Well, Devin, the sun was shining, but that wind, though.
Yeah, for sure. And there's also going to be increasing wind gusts and rain and snow on Friday as well. And currently, right now, it is around 41 degrees with some north-northwest winds that can get up to 30 miles per hour. Those wind gusts will then bring the temperature down to 23 degrees tonight as the sky will be partly cloudy. And for tomorrow, it'll be mostly sunny with a high near 29 and a low around 42. Wind gusts will also be around 30 miles per hour, so make sure to not get blown away tomorrow because of those south-southwest winds. And for Friday, there will be a 30% chance of rain and snow in the morning that will carry through the afternoon and the evening. And finally, for your weekend, the sun will shine amid the cold temperatures with highs in the mid to upper 40s. So no need to worry about it being cold for the big game this weekend. And also for your weather fun fact this week, there's also a winter storm working itself around West Yellowstone, Wyoming at the moment. So be prepared for snow because it's coming. And that's your Coyote weather.
Vermilion's preparing for a big invasion, an invasion of Jackrabbit fans. It's rivalry week, and Coyote fans are preparing for the biggest football game of the season. The game's been sold out since before D-Days. Sports fans across the state will turn their eyes to the Dakota Dome on Saturday. Go Yotes and Go Jacks, along with other hashtags, are trending this week as Yote and Jack fans show their support. Kickoff is at 2, and the student tailgate opens at 10. Coming up, some competitors on campus are cutting loose and scaling new heights.
Behind the block,
everything goes silent.
It's just you and the water.
And just wait for the beep.
is Coyote News.
Students were able to get some answers about the Vermilion sexual assault. The university held a town hall Monday night so people could ask questions about university policies. The town hall was a public forum and had a panel that featured the Director of Communications, the Dean of Students, the Athletic Director, and USD's Chief Title IX Officer.
Also featured in Monday's town hall was SGA President Tegan McNary. Coyote News' Rachel Newville is live in the muck with Tegan to discuss the issues that were covered. Rachel?
Thanks, Nathan. There were a lot of students that asked a lot of questions at Monday night's debate, and since then they have expressed some of their concerns with Tegan McNary and the SGA. Tegan, could you talk to me a little bit about what students have expressed to you since the town hall?
Yeah, definitely. So I think the town hall was a really well-attended event, and students appreciated the fact that they had the opportunity to voice their opinions and concerns to the administration. However, I think this was definitely just the first step or a starting point, and I think students feel, and I think the administration feels too, that these conversations definitely need to continue in the future, whether that be in the same forum as this town hall or in a different format. Some sort of conversation needs to continue moving forward.
Okay, do you think students' concerns were addressed fully at this town hall?
I think that's hard to say. I think that in some aspects, they were, but I think students raised a lot of concerns that maybe they didn't get a full answer to, and I think that's something that the administration needs to address. And so I think, kind of like I said, moving forward, that conversation needs to continue.
Yeah, so I know there was a lot of talk about the iCare grant and the next steps of kind of reforming training at the town hall. What can students expect to see in the future?
Well, from student government specifically, we had our weekly meeting last night, and we created an ad hoc committee that will be composed of student senators as well as students not on SGA, and we invite faculty to serve on the committee as well, just to kind of make sure that students have a voice in terms of addressing the issue of sexual assault awareness on campus moving forward. And I know that accountability is really important for students, and this is a way for the students to be able to hold the administration accountable as well.
Thank you.
Yep.
If you missed the debate, you can watch the full thing on the Coyote News Facebook page. Live in the muck for Coyote News, I'm Rachel Newville.
Thanks, Rachel. It was quite the hang at the Wellness Center last Saturday, with people from all around the tri-state area attending a climbing competition. The competition's hosted by Climb USD and held at the tallest rock wall in the state, with free donuts to those who attended.
I like climbing because it's fun. I feel great doing it. It's a good exercise, and it helps me stay active.
The entrance fee for the event goes towards the climbing gear prize raffle held right after the winners are announced. Winners are determined from advanced, intermediate, and novice difficulty levels.
I think I did okay. Nothing too, I didn't like win it, but that's okay. I usually just come out here just for fun. You just gotta sign up, pay the $20, and have a great time.
For more information on future climbing wall events, you can follow Climb USD on Facebook.
Still to come, we show you how one campus group brought a new note to their fundraiser.
Your fire attack. 1926.
This is Coyote News.
There's nothing fishy about one Vermilion event. Loaves and Fishes, or LAF, is a youth program that provides children with a safe environment and social time. The event starts right after school when volunteers from the United Church of Christ walk with the children to the church. The kids are provided with a snack, fun activities, and study time before the meal. LAF aims to help families relax for one day out of the week and, when parents join them, have quality time with their children. The average attendance has been just over 160 people each week, and it continues to grow. Loaves and Fishes serves meals to the community every Wednesday evening from 5 to 6 at the UCC and is open to the public.
Following several recent mass shootings in the country, some parents are becoming more concerned with the safety of their children. Coyote News headed over to the Vermilion High School to see what security measures they have in place. Vermilion schools are always under lockdown, which means visitors and students need to be buzzed into the building. Other safety features include panic buttons under desk offices and security cameras. Superintendent Damon Alvey says the school district prefers to focus on prevention rather than reaction.
Part of the prevention of school violence is to make sure that you know your kids. So our school guidance counselors and our school resource officers do a good job of trying to, investigate problems with students, and we try to intervene and help kids make good decisions all along so that we have a good, safe school for them to return to.
Alvey says the school district security plan is reviewed annually.
One USD sorority is helping children with autism through cooking, as Coyote News' Whitney Fowkes reports.
Alpha Zeta Delta hummed a new tune at their chili feed this year, literally. The sorority had the event at the Armory and added some live entertainment, tunes sung by the members themselves. Mackenzie Wood, AZD's philanthropy vice president, says adding karaoke is a fun way to promote the event and fundraise.
Exciting for our chapter. This is the first year we've ever done the karaoke mixed with our chili feed. Our annual chili feed we've been doing for years, ever since before I've been here, at least my 4 years. But we decided to add a little twist and do karaoke for a cause, which is something that our sorority is doing nationally. So we just decided to bring it to our chapter here at the University of South Dakota. So this is our first year ever doing it.
Alpha Z sisters handmade the chili, bread, and baked goods themselves. People could not only contribute by buying the food, but by paying to make a member sing or be pied.
So we've done pie in AZ before, where people could just pay like $2 in pie, whichever one of us they wanted to. But this year we thought it would be kind of fun and like a good way to promote our karaoke, that a friend could come and say, so me for example, they could say, I want Mackenzie to sing whatever song, and they pay their $2. And if I'm like super embarrassed and don't want to do it, then they get to pie me in the face. So it's kind of a way to like promote like the karaoke and just to do a little bit more fundraising in kind of a funny way.
All the funds raised by Karaoke for a Cause and the chili feed are donated to the sorority's philanthropy, Autism Speaks. For the Yote Report, I'm Whitney Fowkes.
The next fundraiser Alpha Z Delta will be having is their Step It Up 5K in the spring. Well, Devin, the Yotes got on the board first, but couldn't quite hang on.
Nope, they couldn't keep up with the mighty Bison, but we do have highlights of that game, and we have highlights of both the men's and women's basketball games from this weekend. That and more next in sports.
Climbing's awesome because it's challenging, both mentally and physically.
You gotta love climbing because even when you're not climbing, you get a great view.
Climbing's great because I feel like Spider-Man.
Climbing is great, because even my nerd friends can do it.
Climbing's awesome because there's always someone who has your back.
Come to the rock wall and figure out why climbing's awesome for you.
is Coyote News.
Tonight on Coyote Sports, the men's and women's basketball teams get wins to start the year, and a new sport is coming to USD. But first, the headlines with Devin Martin.
Major League Baseball announced that Minnesota Twins manager Paul Molitor and Arizona Diamondbacks manager Torey Lovullo have been named Managers of the Year. Los Angeles Dodgers outfielder Cody Bellinger and New York Yankees outfielder Aaron Judge have been named Rookies of the Year. This past weekend, number 1 Georgia and number 3 Notre Dame both lost, shaking up the college football playoff rankings. The new rankings came out last night, including Alabama, Clemson, Miami, and Oklahoma in the top 4. And those are your headlines.
Thanks, Devin. 2 years ago, Miles Bergner hit a 33-yard field goal as time expired to give USD an upset victory against NDSU. That was the last time the Coyotes were in Fargo. This weekend, the Coyotes returned looking to bounce back from a loss at UNI. The Bison were also coming off a loss to SDSU. The Oats weren't messing around on their opening drive. Chris Strevler looks to throw. No one's open, so he takes it himself and finds an opening. He goes 19 yards and slides into the end zone, giving USD a 7-0 lead. NDSU would come firing back. Seth Wilson takes the handoff, makes one man miss, and then makes another man miss, and he powers his way in for a touchdown as they take a 21-7 lead. Midway through the second quarter now, Chris Strevler does it again. He lowers his shoulder. He's in for an 8-yard TD, and the Yotes close the gap to just 7. But it would be all NDSU after that. Ty Brooks gets the handoff right here. He goes untouched, 54 yards to the house, and the Bison go on to roll in this one, 49-14. The Coyotes drop a second straight game and fall to 7-3 on the season. They close the regular season this Saturday as they welcome their rivals from the north, SDSU, to the Dakota Dome. If you've attended a USD sporting event, you would have heard music, seen graphics, and watched video that contributed to your experience. Coyote News' Taylor Kidd talked to the students behind the production.
For every song, graphic, or video at a USD sporting event, there's a student bringing that experience to life. Joe Tente, the Assistant Athletic Director for Marketing, has a team of USD students who manage game day production.
Got started here 4 years ago. We had student workers then, and just kind of how we have to get things done. We have a lot of things that have to happen in the arena, and so students, they are kind of what makes it tick.
Although Tente says his production staff is mainly sports marketing or media majors, anyone from any major is welcome to join the team. Between camera operating and DJing, there are several jobs students have on game day.
So we have to basically run the event from both a production standpoint and on the field making the script. So I write a script every game, and that's what we follow for the PA, the music, the lights, all that stuff. We've got people in the production room that run our technical director and our equipment that does our stream and graphical overlays and lights and music. We have a DJ. So basically anything you can think of to run the video boards or run the event, and that's us.
Students on the game day production staff gain more than just money for their work. For many, it's the experience that drew them to the job.
I've always wanted to do sports, either announcing or even just running cameras, stuff like that. And when I heard this opportunity was available, I decided to jump on it. And I think it's a great opportunity for students, to work these games and get more experience and hands-on before we go out in the real world.
For Coyote Sports, I'm Taylor Kidd.
Students interested in a job with game day production can contact Joe at joe.tente@usd.edu. The women's basketball team started the year by nearly upsetting Iowa State in Ames on Friday. Last night they hosted Creighton for their home opener. The Oats would show off their defense early as J.C. Bradley gets the steal, takes it to the other end. She gets the hoop and the harm. She had 8 points on the night. Later, Chloe Lamb gets in on the action. The freshman from Sully Buttes gets the jumper to fall. And last year's freshman standout Kira Duffy takes this one to the hole and gets the floater to fall as the Oats take a 12-point lead into the fourth quarter. I think it's safe to say that Creighton coach Jim Flannery wasn't pleased with his team's play. Allison Arns would seal the deal with a deep three-pointer as the Oats go on to win 73-68. USD travels to take on Wichita State Saturday afternoon. Monday night, the men's basketball team traveled to Bowling Green, and just like the football team earlier this season, they won. The 88-79 victory moved the Coyotes to 2-0 on the young season. The Coyote men opened the regular season Saturday night at home against the team that head coach Craig Smith started his coaching career with, Mayville State. It wouldn't take long for the Yotes to get going in this one, and Coyote fans are getting used to seeing this. Matt Mooney takes the pass and launches a deep three and hits nothing but net. We'll see much more of that throughout the season, I'm sure. Later in the first half, Trey Birch Manning spins around the defender and his spinning jumper falls. The Yotes take an 11-point lead into the half. It would be all Coyotes in the second. Joshua Doss gets the steal and he throws it down as USD starts to blow this game open. Great ball movement here sets up Brandon Armstrong, who gets the three ball to fall, and the Coyotes go on to win 87-59. The Coyotes are in Fort Worth, Texas tonight for a battle with TCU. A new sport is coming to USD. President Abbott and Athletic Director David Herbster announced yesterday the addition of a women's triathlon team as the 18th varsity sport at USD. Coyote News' Lauren Solik is live in the muck with Associate Athletic Director Jamie Oyen, who will be overseeing the new team. Lauren?
Thanks, Devin. USD currently has 10 women's sports and 7 men's sports, making the triathlon the 11th women's sport. So, Jamie, why did the school decide to add this sport?
We were looking for adding more opportunities for female student athletes on our campus. Since our campus enrollment is about 60% female, 40% male, we were looking to add some more opportunities for females, and women's triathlon seemed like a great fit.
So, assuming that USD follows the Title IX compliances, does the addition of this women's sport mean that there will be more men's scholarships available?
It actually leaves men's scholarships where they're at, so there's no changes in the other direction. Things stay the same, and it just allows more opportunities for females on our campus.
And so is this a Summit League sport, and where will they compete?
It is not a Summit League sport. At this point, it's an NCAA emerging sport, so we will compete in open events across the country, and we will compete against other intercollegiate teams in Division I, Division II, and Division III at those events.
Awesome, thank you.
Thank you.
USD is the 20th school in the nation to add this sport. Live from the muck for Coyote News, I'm Lauren Solik.
Thanks, Lauren. The USD volleyball team hosted Denver in the final match of the regular season Friday night. It was senior night for the Yotes, and they'd come out strong. Elizabeth Lochin will rip this Brittany Jessen pass right here, and this contest would go back and forth all night. Lochin keeps it going. This is Taylor Wilson. She gets in the action. She smacks this in for a point, and Lochin would keep it going right here. She spikes this one in as the match would go to a deciding fifth set. Haley Dotseth takes this pass and launches one in for a kill, but the Yotes would go on to lose this one in 5 sets. USD finished third in the Summit League standings and will take on 6th-seeded Fort Wayne in the first round of the conference tournament Friday night in Denver. For the second straight week, the swimming and diving team swept the Summit League weekly awards. Sarah Shank and Isaac Morris took Diver of the Week awards. Shank wins the award for the 3rd time this season after winning the 3-meter dive at the Iowa Tri-State Duels. For Morris, it's his 4th career weekly honor. Sabrina Sabadiano and Hunter Paget won Swimmer of the Week honors. Sabadiano won the 200-yard backstroke, and Paget brings home the award for the 3rd time in his career. The Yotes return to the pool for the Rochester Invite in December. That's a look at sports. Coming up after the break, we ask students what they would like to see in a vending machine.
This is Coyote News.
People like having ready access to snacks, and vending machines are an easy way to get what you want. In this week's Out and About, we asked students what they'd like to see in a vending machine.
A vending machine for sneakers, and you can buy any shoe that you wanted. I'd have to say headphones.
They would distribute condoms because safe sex is the best sex.
Probably pizza.
Probably vending machines.
To distribute more money.
Ramen noodles, 35mm film, because I'm a photography major.
Nice hot bowl of spaghetti.
I mean, I don't know.
Dispense ice cream.
Maybe just Skittles.
Beauty products like lotion or hairspray or like hand sanitizer.
Specific flavors of Skittles.
Alcohol. $100 bills. Shoes. Ice creams.
Jordans.
Smoothies.
Girls' numbers. Friends.
Money. Probably money. Money.
Money.
A vending machine.
Now those are some pretty good ones. I mean, I think for me, I'd have to go with clothing vending machine. What about you guys?
I think they should just shoot out money so you can walk by and just get all the money you want.
There you go.
Yeah, I like the money one. The money one seemed like a pretty good idea, but you know what doesn't need a vending machine is the volant. They kind of have their own rack, and be sure to pick a new one out today featuring a story of an in-depth story on the Saturday's rivalry football game.
That's all for Coyote News. Don't forget to like us on Facebook and follow us on Twitter and Instagram.
And be sure to watch and listen for Coyote News daily updates throughout the week on KAOR and the Coyote News Facebook page.
Thank you, and have a great night.